I understand part of your optimism is a belief that there is sort of, I don't know if that's how you would describe it, but that was my interpretation of things you had written, that you sense there is a real cultural change that these companies are addressing, that younger generations who polls show do care more about climate change. They want to buy products that they believe were sustainably manufactured.
All the polling about millennials say that this is important to them. And this is going to be the dominant force in the marketplace. It's already starting, and it's just going to get larger. So that's one piece of it. I think the younger generation has grown up understanding that we're in a more crowded world. I mean, look, when I grew up, there were 3 billion people on the planet. Today, there's 7.5 billion people. You know, people know. They get, young people in particular get the idea. I read applications for my programs from students in China, and they're totally motivated by, you know, the river used to be, you know, blue and now it's orange, and the air, you know, used to be blue and now it's gray, and people understand that. And I think because of the internet, because of the web, because of smartphones, these images are shared globally and instantaneously. So everybody knows how bad the air is in Beijing. I mean, we had air that was just as bad in Pittsburgh, it was just as bad in LA, but we didn't have the global media that we have today. And so people kind of knew, but they didn't know the way you know about the air in Beijing. But at the same time, there's something else going on. I have a new book coming out next fall called The Sustainable City, and I have a chapter on sustainable lifestyles. So what are you seeing also? Well, you're seeing the sharing economy. You're seeing lower levels of car ownership now in this part of the world. And people, the culture is shifting to not accumulating stuff, but experiencing and using stuff. And so because of the internet, again, you know, you can now use a car for 2 hours a day, where, you know, 20 years ago that would have been impossible. The paperwork alone would have taken more time than it would have been worth. So we're starting to see the beginning of a sharing economy in many different aspects. So it's the nature of consumption is changing. I mean, one of the examples I often use is, you know, 20 years ago, you'd go to Blockbuster and rent a video. You'd bring it home, it would be a physical thing, it came in wrapping, it had to be shipped.
I remember Blockbuster.
Right. So today, you flip a switch and streaming comes over, there's no material consumption at all, it's just energy. And if that energy is renewable, you are consuming, it's adding to the GDP just like Blockbuster did, but it's not using any physical good. So you're beginning to see an economy that is transitioning. Now, there's going to be a lot more people participating in that economy. China and India are the two places that have the most people in the world. Their consumption is going up. And the question is, can we develop this renewable resource-based economy in time to keep those billions of people from destroying the planet?